Welcome to Let's Talk, where we of course only talk about anime. Now, if you've read the title before clicking the video, of course, you can definitely tell that today's subject is going to be Blue Lock, and honestly just my overall thoughts on the short running of the anime series. If you're familiar with my channel and you've watched it beforehand, in which, of course, I'd like to say thank you for watching me, and thank you for supporting your boy, you may know that I've made a Blue Lock video before the actual anime aired, just highlighting my expectations coming from a manga reader of the series. And of course, if you haven't actually caught the vibe of that previous video, you may know that I had pretty high expectations coming into the Blue Lock anime. It had a good staff behind it, a decent studio, a unique plot, and I honestly truly believed that the show would actually just shake up the whole sports anime genre as a whole. Now, considering my expectations of the show beforehand and what the show actually is at this point in time, the question you're probably all asking me is, did Blue Lock live to expectations? And unfortunately, I don't think it really has. Now, before you hit the dislike button, I'm not saying that Blue Lock is terrible. Quite contrary to that, I actually believe that it's pretty good. However, could it have been significantly better in any capacity? Of course. Now, to just start off the conversation and get the ball rolling a little bit, I just want to talk about animation and just some pointers I had, which could honestly be greatly improved or just removed or switched in the Blue Lock anime. First off, I just wanted to mention that the CG done in Blue Lock is okay at times, because I understand you're animating 11 to 22 characters on the same frame, and there has to be some way to get those characters moving. However, there's just some things we have to change here, especially that top-down view of the entire field when it's just CG characters either moving in a straight line or moving straight in a diagonal direction. It looks so bad, and I say we just scrap that entirely and just keep it straight on the field where the characters are so the animation can improve. And I just had to mention, the most recent episode, they had to CGI the kickoff section for the game against Nagi, which I felt was completely unnecessary because they've animated that exact scene multiple times before this episode and just decided to CGI this one. So that has to absolutely change. And on the topic of kind of weird things they included in Blue Lock, I just had to mention how corny and weird that little smell Windows XP-esque screensaver thing that they included when Isagi does something cool in the show. Like, come on. It looks so bad and out of place compared to everything else in the show. I don't know why they included that. I know it's supposed to signify his weapon in smelling the goal and smelling where a goal is gonna appear, but there could have been a multitude of different ways they could have done this instead of just adding a little a purple fart bubble on the screen to signify a smell. Come on. Other than that, however, the animation has been pretty okay. Nothing that would blow you out of the water. I think the best way to describe the Blue Lock animation is essentially just mediocre for a lot of the show, but with AAA quality S-class moments, like the Chigiri goal, and of course the Isagi goal. And just honestly, whenever a cool goal happens, there's always incredible animation. And I just gotta give props to that, because they are always so cold, and especially the Isagi goal gave me goosebumps, man. Now, with animation aside, I have a bit of a minor gripe on the script writing and episode compilation style that the show kind of has right now. I feel like characters in Blue Lock tend to talk a bit too much, especially when Eigo kind of just takes half an episode explaining just a concept in soccer, or where Isagi analyzes the field and gives us a whole essay on what's going on. I feel like the amount of talking in the show kind of slows down the pace of what Blue Lock should honestly be, but I can't tell if it's the actual script writing or episode compilation style of the show, or it was in the manga as well. Because I read mangas pretty quickly, so maybe I just skimmed over the exposition dumps. So I'm not too sure about that. I did talk to a friend about it, and he said that it's kind of common in shonen anime. I'm not sure if that's true or not, because I'm not a big proponent in shonen anime. I've only watched a few select ones, so maybe it just comes with the genre. I'm not too sure, and let's just leave it at that. As you can tell, it's a new day because my bed in the background's messy, and it's actually late the next day of actually when I filmed all the stuff, so let's just keep this short and simple. What do I think about the Blue Lock anime as a whole, and what is this video trying to tell you this entire time? Basically, the Blue Lock anime is actually pretty good, but the Blue Lock manga is astronomically better. You should go read the Blue Lock manga, and that's it. I'll see you in the next one.